I think you're gonna hear the YouTube video. I'm not sure how loud it's about to be.
Hello everybody, I'm Chris Clay, and today I'll be talking to you about the January update to MTG Arena. We'll be going over bringing Ravnica Allegiance to the game, duplicate protection, and changes we'll be making to Ranked in Preseason 2. Alright everybody, now we're going to talk about duplicate protection, which is probably what you're here for. When you're opening up cards in the booster chamber, we're going to use duplicate protection to ensure that when you're opening up a mythic or a rare, that you're obtaining a card from that set that you don't already own. When you do own all of the cards from a set, if you open up a rare or a mythic, we're going to turn it into gems. You'll receive 20 gems for a rare and 40 gems for a mythic. In limited events, duplicate protection will not apply when you're opening up limited boosters. When you open up the boosters for either your sealed or limited run, once you have opened those cards or selected them in a draft, they will convert over into gems if they're a rare or mythic, or vault progress if they're commons and uncommons that you're obtaining 5th copies of. What we're hoping all of this does is if you're a person who prefers playing limited events, you're going to be able to play more of them, and if you're somebody who's looking to complete their collection, then you will be able to collect cards for the collection more rapidly. With these changes, weekly rewards, daily rewards, the wildcard track all remain unchanged. The contents of the vault at this time also remain unchanged, though we're looking to play around with that in the future. One of the things that will be changing with the January release is the reward structure for constructed events. The number of individual card rewards will not be changing, but the upgrade rates will. For more information about those changes, you can read about it in an article linked below. Ravnica Allegiance adds 273 new cards to MTG Arena, along with 5 new guilds: Azorius, Rakdos, Gruul, Simic, and Orzhov. Each guild brings a new keyword, which you can learn more about in the descriptions below. Starting on January 17th, you'll be able to open Ravnica Allegiance packs in the store and play sealed Ravnica Allegiance. Starting on January 18th, traditional draft will switch to Ravnica Allegiance. On January 25th, a special Ravnica constructed event will let you build decks from Guilds of Ravnica and Ravnica Allegiance. On February 1st, Ravnica Allegiance will come to Ranked Draft and Preseason 2 will begin. Thank you everybody for your participation and feedback on our first Ranked preseason. Starting February 1st, we'll be going into our second Ranked preseason, and the biggest change is for Constructed, you will be able to rank up through best of 3 play. The limited event will also be seeing a change in that we're going to adjust the matchmaking, so initially it will pair you based on your win-loss record, and then it will look at your rank to determine if it is a proper pairing. We hope you enjoy all these changes as we go into Preseason 2 in preparation for our first actual season of Ranked. As with all of our updates, there are a ton of little details that we can't cover here. Look for all of those in the patch notes, and I hope you are all looking forward to Ravnica Allegiance. I'll see you in the game.
I would just like to start my thoughts on having watched that with my I told you so's are here for anybody that would like them. So all of the obnoxious people that wanting to write clickbait articles about best of 1 being the only future and how we're getting rid of best of 3. And I was over here saying, but wait, maybe we should just wait and the sky's not falling and it's just the first ladder preseason and there's more updates coming and they're just pressed for time. Maybe that was correct. Maybe that was correct and we're getting best of 3 in this next update for the ladder. That sounds great. They're addressing the 5th card problem. They're giving us ranked best of 3 for the ladder. Those are like my 2 biggest complaints. That was fantastic, and it's great to see them not only responding, like, the Arena team's been very good about responding to user feedback, I think, but the fact that they were able to get this implemented so quickly is really huge. It's really a big deal. Like, talking about things and like getting the software development actually done are like 2 very different things. So here's all the details on what he just talked about. I linked it there. I'm not going to scroll through more. I want to make sure we spend time playing more Magic together. But they did not mention, let me Control F for retroactive. They did not mention a retroactive fix. So hopefully they are going to look back and give folks something based on the number of times that you've opened the vault, but They are addressing it for the future, and much sooner than I thought. Like, when a company says that something's going to be done in Q1 2019, I was expecting a fix for the 5th card issue in, like, April. So the fact that they're addressing that in January is a really big deal. Correct, yes. I was thoroughly expecting the 5th card to not be addressed until April at the earliest. Yeah, that's the joke. When a company says Q1 2019, it means Q2 or Q3 2019 most of the time. That's what that means. Yeah, next year sounded like November. Yeah, Q1 2019 for large American corporations is actually Q1 2020. Completely agree. All right, I think I'm gonna be done with, we played a bunch of the green-white explore deck. We didn't, so to give a quick wrap on what this is doing, we've had a lot of people working really hard to get ready for RNA, so props to Clay Lee and everybody else. Definitely. Fantastic shout outs to all of them. As far as this deck is concerned, I was really, like, this card's really messed up. Like, this card's messed up on its own, and the fact that, like, Path of Discovery makes it more messed up was quite fantastic. We never got to see Shadowed Caravel, but the fact that, like, this card's similar to, like, another Wild Growth Walker, like, as close as we could get, seems reasonable, but we actually never drew this card, so I don't know if it's actually good, bad, or otherwise or not. It's funny that we started this set of games by talking about Carnage Tyrant and talking about it being weird. Sub-gifts do let you bump things in the queue, Isha. Just let me know. I actually was kind of unimpressed with Carnage Tyrant when we drew it. In fact, there were multiple times where we, like, had the Explore engine going, and I just, like, drew Carnage Tyrant, and I was like, this kind of sucks. So, honestly, one of the changes I'd probably make to this is I'd slide this in the board and play the extra Vivian Reed in the main. Because, like, Vivian Reed increasing the density at which we find Wild Growth Walker in the Explore creatures is really good, in addition to the other random utility that she has. Green-white versus green-black. You don't gain that many Explore creatures, right? You don't, I don't know. I definitely have to see that. You'd love to bump Darkseid Cannon? Definitely, Isha. Thank you for the support. All right, let's do, I want to do one. I think I'm only going to do one more deck. Yeah, we're still over 2,500 people. We'll probably do 2 more decks today. Let's play some Grixis Tempo. If the numbers stay good, we'll play the last 2. Get the standard queue almost completely done before we dump a bunch of new stuff in it. I hope y'all aren't bored of Thief of Sanity Thought Erasure decks, because this is another Thief of Sanity Thought Erasure deck. I might always accept Thief of Sanity Thought Erasure decks, because, like I mentioned earlier, I think there's really something to be had about these 2 cards. Good Magic formats are a blast. They're a lot of fun. One of the nice things that Carnival dodges Cleansing Nova, and the other side is that you have Conclave, you want to destroy them. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I could definitely see that being the case. It's good against sweepers. Like I said, I was really surprised at how, what's it called?